So as we were getting cattle ready for the show today, we took out our boxes here. We wanted to talk about some of the essentials that you want to bring to the show. And everybody's got their list and everybody's got their things, and so it's good to kind of talk to other people that are going to shows or are at a show that you're at to see what some of their secrets are. So the first thing, every animal that you're bringing to the show is going to have a halter. Bring extras. So I always bring a couple of extra halters because you never know what's going to happen to that halter. And if I'm selling an animal at the show, I always let that halter go with the animal as well, so that those people start off with that. And when we're talking about safety, both the people and the cattle at a show, you also want to have a backup means of tying up cattle. So we've got a regular halter for tying up, and then we don't go to any shows without bringing neckties. You go around their neck, you strap it on, you tie this up, so that way if an animal gets out of the halter, certain types of halters are easier to get out of than others, but we make sure that we've got a necktie on so animals aren't getting out for both their safety as well as the people that are at the show. The second thing is, when you're going to a show, plan on they're not going to have anything there. So bring everything with you that you might need at a show. And you're going to get dirty, so we've always got plenty of wet wipes, paper towels. We also have some cleaner that we bring in that we spray just on the cattle to clean them up. If they poop on themselves quick, we don't have time to wash, take it to the wash rack. We've got that all going on at the same time. Speaking of halters, before we leave for a show, we get all of our show halters and we clean them. We use a leather cleaner to clean them all before the show and after the show. You never know how long they've been sitting in the box. And then we size them and make sure that the animals have been using the halters before we go to the show. You don't want the first time the animal to be at the show to have seen a show halter then. You want it to have had practice at home. We also bring extras. So if I've got 3 animals that are using mediums, usually I'll bring 4 halters. I'll have an extra spare, and then also look at colors. Some animals want black, some animals you want to use natural brown leather. Kind of depends on your animal color as well from that aspect. And then in here are our Milwaukee packouts. They don't pay me to say this, but they're really handy. Something on wheels that you can cart around. Some shows are a long ways away. So we've got this set up, this big one here. We've got our beast, our blower here in the background. That actually fits right in here with all the cords and everything. I like that better than one of the big carrier cases, those metal rack things that you have, because then I can take it anywhere from that aspect. Chutes, we got a chute out here. This is a steel chute. We have an aluminum chute that we take to shows. Make sure your animals are used to going in the chutes and fitting. This isn't the first time they've seen it, is at the show. So you got lots of equipment that you got to take with you. And then brushes. We got lots of brushes. We got little brushes, fine-tooth combs, wider brushes, but the plastic ones are the ones that you want to use and take in the show ring with you. Whenever you got a brush, you always want to put it in your pocket or your holder, and you want to make sure that those bristles are pointed towards you. So if you bump into a calf or somebody else's calf when you're in the show ring, it's poking you, it's not poking the calf. It's a good way to make the calf have a bad day. We have lots of different, we have very adhesive products and things of that nature. So this is a reconditioning spray. So if the animal, if we washed it up one day and the next day we just want to recondition it before we put it in the ring, it's one of the sprays that we might use. If you're doing some different adhesives, everybody's got their favorite flavors, so bring your favorite flavors with you. Whether you're doing the legs or whether you're trying to get a hip set in place or whether you're just trying to get hair to stay down, whether you clip or you don't clip, this will help hold your hair in place where you want it to stay. Just like people spray their hair for that. And then if you are using spray, you need to use a product like this, Hocus Pocus. This is to get the adhesive out. I've seen people use other things like T40 or WD-40 or diesel fuel, which are very harsh to the skin. So I would encourage not using that, and I would use a product that's made for animals like Hocus Pocus in that aspect. And we've got other things in here. So for our emergency kit, we always carry a roll of duct tape. Who doesn't, right? So we've got our duct tape in here. That comes in handy for a lot of things. There's lots of zip ties in here that we have as well. So zip ties, there's always baler twine around, usually a knife to cut that. We even got a show stick that comes apart so we can fit it right in the box. So that way we're not carrying show sticks around as well from that aspect, so it fits right in. So like I said, everybody's box is a little bit different. These work for us, and those are some of the tools that we use in our show box.